All right. Well, what is up, you beautiful people? This is Gary Horton. This is the NWA, the show celebrating the past, present, future, history, legacy, and tradition of the greatest pro wrestling entity of all time. And we're talking about the National Wrestling Alliance. And I feel good about it. Coming right off the... Yeah. That other voice you hear is Will Martin. Hey, Will.
Good evening, everybody. We are stoked to be here after a week off last week. We were in beautiful Nashville, Tennessee for all the festivities, and I've been itching to hop on here and talk to everyone tonight. So looking forward to it.
I got my Pro Wrestling is Fixed shirt, courtesy of the Fixers. Hit up Wrecking Ball Legursky or Jay Bradley if you want one of those. And as Dave Scooby in the chat says, don't forget to like and share. It'd be really cool of you guys if you did. Make us look good for the National Wrestling Alliance. Make it seem like it's a good idea to have a bunch of people gathering together on a Monday night talking NWA and just to encourage the fan base, right? The hashtag NWA fam.
I mean, what better is there to do if you're a wrestling fan on a Monday night?
Yeah,
nothing but that. So bring them on.
Guys, we want to thank every single one of you that are here. I see you, Fee. We saw Fee in person all the way from Scotland at the pay-per-view at the Crockett Cup and at the tapings. It was an honor seeing Fee in real life. She does exist. Yep. I questioned it many times, but she is a real person and not a scam.
It's a very elaborate scam, if so.
But, yeah, exactly.
She's real. She's delightful. It was great. Great to see everybody. We saw Scooby was really good to us and got to spend
Scooby with the Whataburger save on the one of the taping days. Look at that guy. He brings you Whataburger. Scooby can't ask more.
Too good to us.
Some of you guys are just amazing. And Royd and Keps, I'll look out for Jason Voorhees behind me. And thank you guys, everybody who's here. Eric Jones, Dead Kobe, Hitman 420. We got Sandoval is in the house. And he's got the right idea. Look at that. Holy Lord, how hot were those tapings? You're right, Sandoval. Man,
you guys that were not there are in for it. I can tell you right now, this season of NWA Powerrr and NWA USA are coming in hot. We saw that this week with the season premieres, not slowing down a gear at all coming out of Crockett Cup. So this is a great time to be an NWA fan. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like literally today, I haven't even shared with Will this today, but I got a message about the we got a little preview of next week's NWA Powerrr, and Marlon in the chat saying most fun tapings I was at. And I said to the little thread I was on, I said, I forgot how action-packed these episodes are. And I was like, this could be one of the best tapings we've ever had. And Mr. William Patrick Corgan himself chimed back in and said, no, this is absolutely the best tapings we've ever had. And so get ready. I feel like this season of NWA Powerrr, NWA USA is going to be the best ever. So this is going to be fun. And just like Roy and Caps in the chat saying, best time ever to get NWA All Access. If you missed Crockett Cup or you didn't get All Access before Crockett Cup, then, that's fair. But now's the time to do it because there's plenty more action coming up and you want to be a part of it. I mean, this is far from over. We've got you get a full year for $49.99 and access to every single pay-per-view that's coming up. So, yeah, you want to get on that. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. And thanks to Patrick for loving the shirt. You can hit up Wrecking Ball Legursky. I'm sure he'll be happy to fix you up with one. See what I did there?
Fix, because they're the fixers.
If you're one of the lucky few who signed up for a Crockett Cup t-shirt or signed up for NWA All Access during the time frame, you might be getting a free Crockett Cup t-shirt. In fact, you will be getting a Crockett Cup t-shirt.
Correct.
And that is happening.
And it was my
Crockett Cup t-shirt.
It was my understanding that there was quite a large amount of signups during that time. So it seems like the hashtag NWA fam is growing, and the momentum from this Crockett Cup, which was 2 incredible nights that I'm sure we're going to get into, but it is rolling. So again, great time to be part of the NWA fam.
It sure is. Like it was enough of a deal where we witnessed in person Danny Deals talking to Mr. William Patrick Corgan saying like, this is a lot of t-shirts. There's so many t-shirts. And Corgan was just like, this is a good problem. So this is fine. And it's just it's awesome. So yeah, and so he's in the chat, of course, right now.
There he is. We were giving you credit as that chat came in, so we were on it.
Yes. So courtesy Danny Deals for the free T-shirts if you signed up for the NWA All Access in the last few weeks here, and he's going to be a busy boy, and all because of you guys, the hashtag NWA fam. Thanks for signing up for All Access. We promise you will not be disappointed. This is going to be worth it. NWA Power is going to be hot. NWA USA is going to be hot. There's more things, like if you loved Power Trip and if you love Crockett Cup, expect more action just like that. It's only going to get better from here. So this is good stuff. I'm excited.
Yep.
Well, Crockett Cup, I guess you can't, we expected Kyle Davis today, by the way, and I don't know where he's at. I also can't find my phone, so it's possible he's tried to reach out through
really
there.
Quiet in here.
Yeah. But I promise you, I clipped up stuff for the show today. There's plenty of Kyle Davis to be had. So
there you go.
Yeah. Dead Kobe, I think it was actually it was only on new signups, if I'm not mistaken, for the NWA All Access. And also, if you want to follow Danny Deals on Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff, it's at NWA Merch. So check that out. Randomly, the dude comes up with deals. That's the name. And he shows up and he'll just drop like a promo code randomly online at some point. So if you want some good stuff from the NWA shop, you can get the best prices if you follow NWA Merch. Follow Danny Deals over there and see what he's offering. So usually the guy's he's good on it, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
Like 70% of the deals he offers are good. Yeah.
Marlon pointing out, now I've lost my phone. There was my wallet. Can you find your head, Gary?
Gosh.
Only because it keeps me alive.
There's a story.
Yeah. I left my wallet at home on the way to Nashville, and so
tried to get on a plane without an ID, and that was a fun time.
Right, exactly.
That was a fun time of me sitting at the gate wondering if Gary was going to be joining me on the flight to Nashville or if I was flying solo. And he made it. Good news, but it was an uphill battle.
Carter wants to know when's the wrestling. You're on the wrong show. You're on the wrong show if you wanted wrestling, because there's no wrestling on this show. This is just hanging out with the fans of the NWA. We're just talking. We're just shooting verbal the breeze. We're talking about the NWA. But lucky for you, you're on the right channel where there is a crap ton of wrestling. If you're interested in wrestling, literally a new episode of NWA USA just dropped on Saturday. It's available on demand right now. A new episode of NWA Power dropped on Friday. You can watch that right now. Those are all available for your viewing pleasure. And so thank you for being here, though. And if you want to hang out and talk, we can. Even to guys like Jason in the chat, who's just, he said I look like a Viking Raider. And you look a Hornswoggle. So congratulations.
Oh, cool.
So we're good. Anyway. All right. So let's talk about the show. One of the big things from the Crockett Cup that I guess is the hot button topic right off the top here is we got to talk about the results of the main event.
The Ill Begotten. Oh,
it's never a bad time for an Ill Begotten joke. So this is we love the Ill Begotten. We jest. But no, Matt Cardona took on Nick Aldis for the it was for the World's Heavyweight Championship, and things did not go as planned for poor Nick Aldis. It ended in a DQ when Mickie James cost Nick Aldis the match. And I say that with love because we love Mickie James, but the Kingsland Cloverleaf was locked in. It appeared that Matt Cardona was tapping, but Jeff Jarrett DQ'd Nick Aldis. So a very weird situation there. And luckily this week on Power, if you tuned in, Matt Cardona was available to discuss his side of things with Mr. Kyle Davis and the rest of the Cardona family.
Big Bad Mike Knox is here. The controversial VSK is here. And the NWA World's Heavyweight Champ is still here. The Crockett Cup, right? More like the Collusion Cup. It was almost the Nashville screw job. Where's Tim? Where's Tim? Tim Storm got involved, put his hands on me. Mickie James got involved, put her hands on Chelsea Green. Doug and Harry got involved, put their hands on my boys. And Double J, good old slap nuts himself, the impartial referee, put his hands on me more times than I can even count.
Egregious. Punch me in the face.
But luckily, I'm always ready. And I am still your NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. And I heard you guys. You think I tapped out? You think I tapped out? Do you think I tapped out?
I saw you tap out.
No, they thought I was tapping. No. No, guys, no. I wasn't tapping out. I was trying to get some crowd participation. Always ready. Always ready. Always ready. That's it. I wasn't tapping. I would never quit. I'm not a quitter. I'm not like the former champ, Trevor Murdoch. No. But speaking of Trevor, he's the man that beat Nick Aldis for this 10 pounds of gold, right? And Nick had months to invoke that rematch clause, but he didn't want to wrestle Trevor. No, he wanted to wait until I was the champion. He wanted to leech off me. He wanted to steal my buzz. And I don't blame him. Nick, I don't blame you. But if you think you're going to get another opportunity at my title, think again, because it's not going to happen. This is my title. This is my podium. That's my ring. This is my family. And the NWA is mine.
Yep. The NWA is Matt Cardona's. And I'd like to welcome to the show Mr. Danny Deals. Thanks for being here.
Welcome.
I didn't understand what you meant by link me in. I thought you just wanted us to reference you and your site. So
you're doing a disservice to the deals, is what you were doing. First of all, what is this 70% business?
70%.
Listen, I ran the equation, and that was what I came up with. That's just the science. That's the math. But I'm saying you're a trustworthy guy. 70%. That's pretty high in this day and age. That is a high number. Most people are like 45, 50% trustworthy.
Yeah. Well,
so it's on a curve.
Maybe 99, William, but definitely more than 70. I would have to say that.
Well, the Muzz
also,
is... Oh, go ahead.
Did you tell them about the Crockett Cup bundle that I put on the NWA website?
We did not mention that, but you should right now.
That's right.
Go for it.
I have the autographed poster. It was an illustration by old Vinditude. It's got a few of the people on there. Mims is on there, right? Pope is on there. Old Michael and Victor Cardona is on there. I think that's their names, right?
Yeah, they changed it.
Old Mr. Latimer. Christopher Adonis is on there. I also threw in a program, right? So the poster, what was the poster? $30 originally, and the program was 10, and the pin was 10, and the shirt was 25. It's $40. That's all it is. That's what
that is a ridiculous deal. I got to give you that. That's a really good deal.
It is, but I'm almost out of them already. A few people saw them already, so I only had a limited number up there, and I believe I'm down to under 10 now. I'm down to under 10 left. Also, because of the insane deal that's going to burn my printer out of business with the Fight Network thing, it was a lot. You were really underselling it when you said it was a lot. It is a lot. It is a lot. Not hundreds. You know, it was a lot. So some people are going to get them quicker than others because I got to make more of them. It's just what it is. So
I was not trying to downplay it. I was trying to build it up and say, hey, this is great. We're happy.
I know you were, Garrison. I'm just saying. I'm emphasizing the point here. We'll help them out. And
well, I mean, yeah, you know, I will admit I was trying to downsell it a little bit because it is a pretty astronomical number because I heard you discussing it, you know, and just wanted to create some buzz and excitement because that was cool news. As somebody who's been here for years, and you know, Gary's been here in the NWA family even longer than me. It's cool to see, you know, people jumping on board, recognizing the elite status of the NWA in pro wrestling, and jumping on board with NWA All Access. So it's really cool.
You know, I was too. It was really just because they heard that they could get a shirt from the Deal Machine himself, and I think that's what pushed it over to the top with the Crockett Cup. Which, by the way, I will have to say, my boys, the Ill Begotten, were cheated. I have faxed over evidence to the office, and we're going to appeal it. But I believe that they were cheated by Douglas and Harold, the Commonwealth brothers, whatever they were called.
I think that was
the Commonwealth. Okay,
that's right.
The Commonwealth.
I hope you had it right in the fax that you sent, because for legal reasons, that's important.
For legal right. Well, I had Candy type it up. I can't remember all this stuff.
Oh, well, then it was perfect.
Yeah, then it's perfect. Right. So, you know,
Yeah.
There's that too. I just had to get that in there. Let everybody know, you know, I had all kinds of emails over the weekend. People were concerned about the health of young Alex. But
Well,
we'll be all right.
As much as this is intriguing to me, I would like to point out that Kyle was just waiting on the link, and we didn't send him the link, or I didn't send him the link, so I'll take that hit. And so hopefully Kyle Davis will be joining us soon.
K1,
also,
I'm telling you, man, the guy's crazy. See what happens?
It's true.
You send it to the Deal Machine, I'm here.
That's right.
Right.
Daddy Deals shows up, and so proper props to Daddy Deals.
Proper props.
So, all right. So we're looking at things here. And, oh, wait a minute.
No. You send it to the Deal Machine, it happens, but they didn't send it to the Kyle Machine.
Oh.
The
Well, they want
machine.
people to watch, Kyle, so they had to make sure the Deal Machine got in here as quick as possible.
Well, I think better late than never. And you show up with that like glowing halo around the top of your head there. It's just just like an angel delivered from the heavens.
Yeah.
Kyle Davis is here,
It's
everyone.
like supernatural. You know, I got Paranormal Activity 2 on right now. I'm having a it's happening on 2 screens at once.
Deals does love his horror movies, and I respect him for that. I mean, let's face it, I give you a lot of grief. I see it in reflection. I'm waiting to see Paranormal Activity 2 there. But, yeah. So did you guys talk about, I missed the beginning of the show because I was trying to get the link. Did we talk about what happened to Doc?
Well, I mean, if there's a story that I'm not aware of.
I was told that when we were backstage at Nashville, he walked up, he said, keep his effing name out of your mouth, slap. And then that was the end of it.
Yeah.
Well, the problem was
Pretty much,
he said that to Jax Dane. And
After your drum, we never see him again. Doc, I'm going to pour some out for you in my mouth because I don't want to spill it on the floor.
Until Valhalla.
Let's do this damn thing.
Yeah, you don't.
Crockett Cup happened. Have we hit that yet?
We did. We actually just showed a clip from this week's Power with Matt Cardona talking about things.
That happened too.
Which the people are loving. Yeah, Kyle, you were there for that. And
You were there,
Cardona saying the NWA was.
I just saw a little graphic pop up and I forgot that we talked about, you know what we need to do? Get a picture of all of us together. And then
We didn't do it.
that picture right there. Because that man doesn't exist anymore except in the educational system of America.
I love.
Well, you were busy
Kyle's
all
playing
week.
a
We
Donkey
tried,
Kong.
you know.
I was very busy, and let me tell you, I had a moment of doubt about why you didn't send me the link. I was in Nashville for so long, there's a time difference from East Coast to Central Time, and I thought maybe I'm still on Central Time. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's happening. Maybe that man's drinking a delicious beverage. Somebody in the chat said you lost your phone. Is that a shoot or is that a work?
That's a shoot. I don't know where it's at right now. I mean, I had it like an hour ago, but I can't find it right now. So
What about at 12:36 today when you said you're with us tonight, right? And I said, yeah, I can be there, and then nothing.
I mean, I don't have anything to say to that.
Nah, it's fine. It's okay. I hate me too.
No comment.
He
No
lost his
comment.
By the
All
way,
right.
I saw Santival in the chat say,
He's
what
there?
about Yuma? When talking about the Crockett Cup. Let me tell you something. All right.
Yeah.
Yuma, we gave him his outright release. He doesn't have to clear waivers. He's gone. We let him walk. He had diminishing skills, just like Bernie Kosar back in 1993. So we had to let him walk. We do have an opening on the practice squad now because that was the level he was at. But we have a strong roster. I'll look towards the draft, maybe free agency. But Yuma wasn't cutting the mustard there, Santy. You saw what happened to him. He got beat up before the cup even started, and wondered why we didn't put him in the team that was going to be in the tag against them two big British brothers.
So you kick the man out. He's no longer a captain. Now he's just a sailor. I mean, I don't know if space works the same way as the open seas do.
No,
but,
man,
because captain and then the sailor.
Out in the sea, drifting.
But the fact of the matter is, do you have someone that you have your eye on, or is the Ill Begotten just a 3-man team now? 4 if you include yourself. But
what Kyle's trying to say is he's interested because hanging out with him backstage. I do
Kyle
think Kyle
could be like
very, very close to
ring
making his
announcer.
return to the ring.
He could be the background music. You know what I mean? He could follow us like a keyboard, like an "I'm going to get you, sucker" or something.
Get a little guitar.
We're always looking to recruit, but Yumsky, we had to cut the dead weight, get him out of here. You know, he's a spaceman. That's not true, Mr. Scott. Of course it is something without Yuma. I don't mean Mr. Scott like beat me up. I'm just trying to be nice. Yeah, team him up with Sal. Sal's hanging out with Frankenberry and Count Chocula and Sal, I think he's Booberry.
They're delicious cereals, so let's call it what it is. I mean, even if they are cereals, everybody loves cereal. So the little sinister minister right there have all his flavors lined up in a row. We just got to add the milk. Who would be the milk? If we had the sinister minister was all just flavors of cereal, who would add the milk? That's right. My brain's in an interesting place tonight. Double shot in these.
You're the milk. You can go hang out with that Frankenberry brother.
Oh, all right. Well,
get him out of here.
Let's Gary get us back on the rails, and I'm sorry.
I've lost all control. I've lost all control of this show. What we were talking about before whatever just happened, and I'm glad everybody's here. Matt Cardona retains. He is still the champion. You've seen him on, obviously, the clip we just showed. One person we haven't heard from, except for in a backstage segment, is Nick Aldis. I happen to have that clip here if you want to hear what he and Mickey thought.
I wish I could say that I had regrets about what happened tonight, but the fact of the matter is tonight was a mistake. Like, I didn't put my hands on Jeff Jarrett. I would never put my hands on Jeff. I have love and respect, and he knows that for him. I was just getting rid of the non-factor. I was getting rid of Chelsea Green because, let's face it, her and Matt must be the luckiest people on the planet. Like, they literally have a horseshoe wrapped around their neck. But I can tell you this is far from over, babe. Far from over.
Nick, you were on the receiving end of the loss, and obviously it's got to be weighing on you. To be honest, it's the first time I've ever actually had to announce you in the ring as either coming or going as world champion.
You know, I heard Jeff Jarrett talking about how the NWA runs through his veins. Well, it may not be a part of my family history for a lot of years, but for the last 4 years, it's been my entire life. So the NWA runs through my veins from now until my dying day. And Jeff, I understand your perspective. I hate what happened. I hate the way things turned out. I don't blame you. I understand. And Matt Cardona, Chelsea Green, Stooges, anyone else involved with your entire life, I need you to understand one thing. You know, I know, Mickey knows, everybody knows there was one thing that came into play, and the reason why you left with the 10 pounds of gold: blind, unadulterated luck. And that luck will run out. And the next time I see you, I am not going to wrestle you. I am not going to embarrass you. I'm not going to stretch you. I am going to rip you limb from limb, and there is nothing you can do about it. And when I feel like it, I'll take my title back, and you can go back to the circus.
Strong words from Nick Aldis there.
Nick,
Very familiar that was talking to him. I don't know where he came from, but damn, is he handsome.
I don't know how you end up everywhere. It's so weird to see.
I don't mean to, and it happens, and it bothers me, and I feel guilty about it.
Before we deep dive into this, I guess, as we've heard from everyone else, you also somehow are going to be in another spot just a second so we can hear from Jeff Jarrett real quick.
I put everything I had into this. I told the people I was going to call it exactly like I see it. And when I felt the low blow, it dropped me to my knees. And the next thing I know, I turn around, and you saw it. I saw Mickie James in the ring. You know, this isn't any other professional sport where you can go to a replay booth or you can have 3 or 4 different officials come down. I'm in there on an island by myself doing the very, very best I can. Kyle, you know it. The world knows it. I was born and raised on the NWA. I started a company and partnered with the NWA. NWA runs through my blood. And the very last thing I wanted to do was taint the world title match, cause anything that would put a black eye on that title. And yeah, there's a little controversy here, and there are no do-overs. I did my very best. The world title match went down the way it did tonight. Maybe I'll get a chance to redeem myself if I did make a mistake. But at the end of the day, I did the very best I can, and Matt Cardona is the NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
And there you have the official himself, to Kyle Davis, who thanks for getting back over here so quick.
Thanks. I even shaved.
Yeah, lovely.
I only saw Mickie in the ring, so I don't know what this Chelsea business is about.
Deals. You got the long hair and the glasses. It's distracting you from what's happening. No wonder you think the Ill Begotten got rid of Captain Yuma because he wasn't doing his job. The kid was money. He was doing a fantastic job. But you see it right there. Jeff Jarrett can only call what he saw. And no matter how much grief you want to give the man or anything like that, he really put it out there. We don't have instant replay. We don't have any of this stuff that other sports do. He's the man in the ring. He's on an island, which I didn't know was surrounded by water, but an island nonetheless. And he has to call what he saw. And when we've all been there. I don't know if there's any women in the chat. Maybe you've experienced this. But men, you get distracted. You get hit in that testicular area. You don't know what's going on. Your brain stops working. Don't laugh about that because you've been hitting the testicular area quite a bit there. Jeff,
he loves
blurry vision, distracted, immense pain, trying to overcome. He put 2 and 2 together. And unfortunately, in his eyes, it equaled 5, not 4. And he made the wrong call. But in the moment, it was the right decision to him, and that's all that matters. No ill feelings. We'll see where we go. And besides that, April 1st, let's talk about it. The multiverse is happening. There's different places out there. Nick and Mickie are showing up in another company's program to whoop that ass. They're going to be going out there against Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green, and I'm wishing them the best because they're going to go represent like they always do. Doesn't matter if it's with us. Doesn't matter if it's on Impact. Doesn't matter where it is. Nick Aldis, Mickie James. Oof, if I was Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green, I'd be aware.
Well, I vote to have water around the ring. I think a moat would be nice. Maybe put some crocodiles in there, something like that. I will say that I know Jeff pretty well, and sometimes there is trickery afoot when he is around. However, on a side note, of course, it was the deal machine himself who made Jeff available to fans before the show, but you didn't say that. Of course, we had a quick
He
meet.
did. That's true. Meet and greet. Right. Deals made that happen because he tried to make a couple bucks off Jeff Jarrett.
I did, actually.
Props to Danny Deals for always making things happen.
He does. The man's unstoppable. My camera's inverted, so I keep on pointing to the wrong person.
Yeah, there you go. I just pointed somewhere.
Will, what are your thoughts? How did you feel after Crockett Cup with Matt Cardona still being our NWA World Heavyweight Champion?
Well, it may come as a shock to everybody, but seeing that match, being there, experiencing it live, spending time with Nick Aldis, with Matt Cardona, it's one of those things that I think we've covered it pretty well. Hearing from Jeff Jarrett, he made the right decision based on the information that he had. We could hear you vaping, right? You just want to make sure we can really hear it.
Sorry.
Anyway, sorry, Will.
So, it's a wrestling match. That's the nature of the business. And Matt Cardona went out there, and my thing right now is I don't understand why Cardona is the villain in this situation because the match was called down the middle. The decision was made based on what Jeff Jarrett saw. He said it right there. If mistakes were made, it wasn't on the part of Matt Cardona. So, he walks out still the champion. He's still our champion. And Kyle, you're talking about Nick and Mickey going to Impact and representing NWA. How about the holder of the 10 pounds of gold going to Impact and representing the NWA? How in that equation is Nick and Mickey who's representing the NWA and not our current world's champion?
Look at Will coming through here.
I mean, valid point, but let's face it, every time I see him up there, I don't see a little NWA logo. Sometimes I see the title, but for the most part, he's just representing himself. Be it GCW, be it Impact, be it NWA, be it wherever it is, he's not being the flag bearer for the brand. Nick is. Matt is all about Matt, and sometimes he's about Chelsea. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't give a shit about Mike Knox or VSK, but still, at the end of the day, he loves himself.
Kind of harsh.
Propaganda. You think if they weren't helping him win, he would care?
They share his last name.
I will say this: I didn't see Matt Cardona coming out to help ensure that the Cardonas won the Crockett Cup.
He was getting ready for the match.
There to help him.
He's a world champ. If you're a world champion and you're getting ready to defend the most prestigious title in all the world, are you preoccupied watching the monitor to see if you need to go? No, come on. There's a hierarchy here, and he's at the top.
I agree.
I'm now concerned that Doc has possessed Will.
It is interesting.
Except instead of it being Nick Aldis, he took a weird turn and he's all like, rah, rah, Matt Cardona. Will, I don't know what side you're on, but you're on the wrong side of history on this one, man.
Oh my God. Being on the side of history. It's about being on the side. It's about being on the right side of the future, my friend. Because
he's got a purple background. Makes sense.
History is great. History is respectable. I respect the history. I've been vocal about that. That's why I'm part of the NWA fam. But Matt Cardona is the future. That's our grandchildren's history. And so you talk about being on the right side of history. I've got my eyes forward and not that way. I respect back there, but I'm looking this way, Kyle Davis.
Look at Will.
There is a part of my brain that just could not handle the thought of 30, 40 years from now, people being like, Matt Cardona, greatest NWA champion of all time. That is crazy to me. And there's going to be some
TBD.
What does society come to if
you saw the wince in Jeff Jarrett's face when he had to say at the end of that, Matt Cardona is your NWA World's Heavyweight Champion.
Well, who's your favorite
wince
NWA
or no
champion,
wince? It's the
Kyle?
truth.
My favorite NWA champion?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's kind of a personal thing, but I'm going to be honest with you. It's Terry Funk. Yeah. Boom. So when I was a kid growing up in Connecticut, one of the first things that I found of the National Wrestling Alliance, that's right, I'm a late bloomer as far as NWA is concerned. I admit this. It's okay, but I went over. I found a NWA tape at my local mom and pop video store. I put that in, end of the match. Boom, I see Terry Funk wiping out piles, driving people through tables. I said, what is this? This is amazing. And then I became a giant Terry Funk fan and followed him. And I can tell you that when you're middle-aged and crazy, you are the greatest NWA champion of all time. Nick, runner-up, because he is my generation. He's the guy I've seen bring this company to the forefront. And as a part of this company, anybody who's willing to be such a flag bearer and bring that to the success it's had, I got to respect the hell out of. So Terry Funk, because badass, and Nick Aldis, because, fact. He's the man right now, and one day he probably will be the man again. And at the end of the day, you always hear about this stuff where you're like, why was so-and-so NWA champion so many times? And the truth of the matter is because if you're good at something and you believe in something, it happens. And if you trust that you should be the person that runs this company, you are going to do everything in your power to become champion. And Matt needs to look at that because Nick is hungry. Nick wants that gold, whether you think it's for personal reasons or not. His legacy is tied into ours. And if he wants to be champion, nothing's going to stand in his way, except apparently a referee that got hit in the nuts and wasn't paying attention.
So you saw Funk and threw out your Simon Diamond T-shirt. Well,
I mean, how is
Adam
Matt Cardona
Pearce.
responsible for that? That's
Adam
my
Pearce
question.
is my favorite. That's your
What's
dad,
crazy
Nick.
to me?
Adam Pearce is one of my favorites, though. You're absolutely right. He's my mentor, though, and I don't want to kiss his ass because he's helped me out a lot in my life.
I will. I legally voted for him 100 times to be the San Diego Padres PA announcer way back in 15.
And now look at him. Who would have thought?
I totally did.
I mean,
tried to rig it.
Legit in real life, without trying to do a whole thing, Adam Pearce is actually one of my favorite people, and he happened to be an NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. But as a fan growing up, Terry Funk was my guy, and as the person who literally has a job because somebody is able to make this company be represented in the way they should be, not Matt Cardona. that man's Nick Aldis. So I have to be a fan of the guy because I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be showing up on your program 15 times with my dumb beard and my dumb voice talking about wrestling unless that man was successful enough to make you believe in him being world champion. Real talk.
Kyle, let me tell you, Kyle, you may not be here today if it wasn't for Nick Aldis, but you won't be here a month from now if not for Matt Cardona, because all those subscriptions we just talked about that were sold, these t-shirts.
Where did this guy come from?
It hurts because you know what? That's a damn valid point, because when we put out that promotion, this is real talk now, I don't care. We put out that, I'm like, I hope we get a couple hundred people. We got more than a couple hundred people. And now some people that have to deal with things like that have to make sure that people get what we promised them. So, you know what? Matt Cardona's firing it up. You're right. Matt Cardona's doing a great job as champion. He's getting people to talk. And at the end of the day, that's what matters. But how long does buzz last? How long does 15 minutes of fame last? That remains to be seen. Now, if he gets past it, as much as he talks about I'm gold, I'm buzz, I'm money, and whatever the heck his three things are, if he gets past that and he still is relevant, then it's beyond that. His whole thing is a joke, and the truth is he's actually legit. Everything you're looking at is just to get you under the radar and think, Matt Cardona, just a guy, bam. But if he can last through this, if he could bring that title to the relevancy that Nick did, then I will take all this back and I'll tell you that Matt Cardona is a legend waiting to be born. But I'm not there yet.
That's all I'm saying.
Not there yet.
If you didn't see the exclusive footage that we got of Matt Cardona directly after the matchup, I will say this for him, he looked as surprised as anyone that he was still the world's heavyweight champion.
I won! Yes, you can! I won! Man. Still the man! Oh, yeah. Still the man! Give him some sugar, didn't you? Hell yeah! I'm still the champion! I'm still the champion! Hey! I knew it! Thank you. For a long time. Thank you. A long time. Thank you. Oh my God, we did it. Let's get out of here. We did it. Oh my God, we did it. I'm the greatest guys ever. You guys are the greatest guys ever. Oh my God, the Cardonas are the best. I love you guys. Mark the books, Daddy. Turn this shit off.
Wow. So there is Matt Cardona being very Matt Cardona in that moment. And so anyway, I mean, I think it's fair to say he seems elated.
There's a part of me that thinks back to the people I was a fan of when I was a teenager, like Shawn Michaels running around crotch chopping, which is the most childish thing ever, stuffing his pants, doing all these dumb things. And I think, man, who was I at that age? And then I think about it and I look at Matt Cardona and I think, man, somebody's going to look back and be like, why was I a Matt Cardona fan? It's kind of embarrassing with the way he behaved. I feel like that. I feel shame for the next generation that thinks that this is the way to carry yourself as a champion.
I had you pegged more as a Bobby Backlund guy. And that's just,
I'm going to say Devin Dowling in the chat here saying Will's about to act like a Scooby-Doo villain and reveal he's really Doc. No, I'm going to prove to you right now that Will is not really Doc because we thought he was God. But joining us again, I assume because of the results of this main event, Doc Stinson is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Is this pre-recorded? This is a trick?
It's a hologram.
Last night's Crockett Cup was amazing. What did you guys think of that?
How many fingers am I holding up, Doc?
First of all, Kyle Davis, I appreciate the sentiment, but just was it last week or the week before last? You were up here talking about, oh, Matt Cardona can say whatever he wants to. That's the thing that we do. We Matt Cardona. And now you're over here like, oh, who could ever be a Matt Cardona? Come on now.
Well, the truth is that I was just doing 5 days of TV in Nashville, so I'm very much in company man mode right now. Hashtag spoiler, hashtag break that fourth wall. If you can make Doc laugh, that's impressive.
Social media.
Yeah, okay.
If you can make Doc laugh, you did it. But the truth of the matter is after seeing that championship match, Matt barely won that match. He won by a fluke. So let me tell you, and if you know me, I'm the front runner. I'm going to go with the people I feel are doing the best at any given time. Nick Aldis is doing the best at any given time. He would have won that match. Dumb luck by Matt Cardona. Until he wins clean, I'm Team Nick Aldis.
Man, I'm help me understand barely winning a match because the history book says Matt Cardona won the match, and that's who won the match. You don't barely win a match. There's not an asterisk. There's not a footnote that says, well, it was barely won. He's the champion. He retained. Crockett Cup 2022 will always say Matt Cardona retains the world's heavyweight championship.
I was talking about this like there's not any controversy surrounding the main event, and there clearly was. I mean,
Doc, how's it feel to have your entire existence stolen by Will? Here's your leaving. Oh, he's happy now. Look at him.
Will's having a doggone identity crisis right now. I leave, I'm going. He's trying to find himself, and he's having an identity crisis. That's all this is.
What you eating, by the way?
That's I'm eating, and this is not an official sponsor like Manscaped 4.0 is, but Nwa beef jerky, garlic onion.
Is Manscaped the official sponsor for that? Shouldn't that be scrolling down there? Shouldn't I be talking about making sure that your testicles look as good as my head right now by being short and smooth? And there's a promo code to save 20% off using that right now. Shouldn't that be scrolling on the screen that I could read it and just keep on going into it?
I'll work on that right now.
Do we have a sponsor?
Well,
Kyle, I like this Kyle
started
Davis.
from our old show.
I like this Kyle Davis. Kyle, we need to talk after this.
I got a lot of energy, baby.
Oh my God.
Doc loves the garlic stuff, man. This is like, I liked hanging out with you, Doc, in Nashville, but knowing you're eating some more garlic stuff, I'm kind of glad we're not in the same room.
Oh, hold on now. Don't even get me started on garlic because Gary owes me a whole bag of garlic Parmesan combos. I was so looking forward to that when I woke up.
Gary.
That's the first thing I went for. And it's like, damn
that's
him.
bro code.
Damn
That's bro code.
him.
You pass out on somebody, there's
Damn
snacks there, and I'm going to take the snacks.
Actually, and I'm looking at the feed right now. I see Devin Dowling said, this is a Buzz Kyle Davis. This is not a Buzz Kyle Davis. This is just me being me.
No, that's Kyle's on that
Kyle's
level
crazy
at all times.
He's crazy. He reels it in normally for you guys.
I have to.
He's crazy as a shithouse rat.
That visual from Kyle is scary. What visual?
I think that goes back to the Manscaped stuff you were discussing.
Yeah.
I mean,
there are people in the chat that will never be able to watch Power in USA the same.
Chris Drummond calling people to the carpet here. Y'all act like Aldis hadn't retained the title with shenanigans before.
Exactly, Chris. Exactly.
All right, Chris. All right. See?
Look at Chris with the valid points there. But also, look at Chris living in the past. I mean, let's face it. Just because you're something someday doesn't mean that you're that person the next day. Nick
I thought
has
that
shown.
was Will's promo that he cut about the future and all that.
That's very true.
Now you're just ripping people's
Thank
stuff.
you, Scott. Look at Scott finishing this up here. I put the phone down and Doc said, we lost Scott, but Scott was saying Nick wouldn't do things like that to win titles. I don't think Aldis ever won by DQ or using a chair in the corner.
You just call him Eldis?
I said Aldis.
Oh, okay.
Let's just erase.
Well,
let's erase When Our Shadows Fall from the history books. Let's just erase that one.
Well, actually, let's not erase that from the history.
No,
books,
I was
because
on that
Devin-
show. You can't do that. Or at least
I would not like to either. But
I'd
apparently
like to point out
we're
that Devin
revisionist
Dowling
history
in the
here.
chat, because this is about the NWA fam after all. He says, I don't even want Aldis to win. I want Murdoch to get his rematch. What about Trevor Murdoch right now? I don't know if you guys caught him at Crockett Cup.
Kyle took him out of that rematch. I saw it happen.
Kyle unfortunately ran into Trevor
Do you
Murdoch.
not get me with Trevor Murdoch because he will beat the hell out of me at this point. I got to stand right next to him at that podium when he was talking about his feelings, and I could tell you emotion was radiating off that human being like a heat that was as hot as the sun. That man's going through some things, and I don't know about you, but we made a joke before about Doc quitting the show by smacking the hell out of one of you, like Will Smith did at the Academy Awards last night. Let me tell you, you saw a man break down last night on the Academy Awards. Trevor Murdoch's a step away from having that same breakout, in my feeling. And who knows who's going to be on the receiving end of that hand. I'm concerned, and something's going to happen.
Well, I'll tell you who was on the receiving end of it this past week on Monday night, or on NWA Power. What am I talking about? I'm all kerfluffled.
Saturday night.
Oh boy.
WCW Saturday night.
Velocity was a great show. I don't care what anybody says.
Last Tuesday at Poughkeepsie at the house show.
Anyway, did you see Trevor Murdoch on NWA Power?
We had an impassionate speech from Trevor Murdoch at the Crockett Cup about his place in the NWA.
He does not look happy right now, Joe.
Well, it's going to be
And he's
interesting
real
to see how
upset.
he responds.
He's upset with the fans. He's upset with himself. He's certainly upset with the Cardonas. Oh, it's
But
going.
you know what? You can't blame Trevor for what he said. He spoke facts. He was speaking from the heart.
That boot came out of nowhere. Normally, Trevor Murdoch, he'll lock up with a guy to start a match, but he just started with a big strike on Brett Boucher.
He's taken out all his anger,
Well,
his frustration, his emotions on Brett Boucher. my God!
Decapitating!
I was just gonna say that. Took the head off.
Look at the
Dear
intensity.
God.
Look at the intensity on Trevor Murdoch's face.
Super intense.
Oh, we've seen this before.
No, not his head. Oh.
Big pile driver.
Oh, and the way he's pinning him too. This is different.
The winner of this match, Trevor Murdoch.
Are you not entertained? Is this not what you want? Is this not what you wanted? You asked for it. I wasn't good enough before, and now you want to talk to me. Now you want to check on me. Now you want to see how I'm doing. Oh, not like that. I didn't hear no calls from you, Kyle. I didn't hear no calls from them. You asked for this, and this is what you're going to get. I have no more patience for any of this. I have no more patience for this horse that I'm getting fed. You continue to feed me hacks. NWA, the blood is on your hands, not mine.
Well, Homicide's going to file for gimmick infringement because he killed old Buffy the Vampire Slayer, whatever that guy's name was.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man, we've already heard a statement from Chris Rock, but we've not heard a statement from Buff Shea yet. So I got to know if that guy's even alive.
Somebody needs to check on him.
D-A-I-D.
I was there when we were doing those NWA tapings, and I got to be honest, I did not see him after that match, so it's possible. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, well, welcome to the NWA, Brett Buff Shea.
Yeah, what a debut against the former NWA World's Heavyweight Champion and then destroyed. Oh, Bobby would like to see more Brett Buff Shea. Brett, we just talked about it. Brett is no longer with us because he was destroyed by Trevor Murdoch.
I don't know what's left of Brett Buff Shea.
Yeah. I got him a deal on flowers and a singing choir.
Doc, you're snacking and it made me hungry, by the way.
Hitman said Nick Aldis warned us of the real Murdoch.
He did.
No doubt. Yeah, he was not pleased with you, K1. What's going on? That's what he said. You didn't call me, Kyle.
Listen, I tried to call him. He didn't answer. He was going through some stuff, and he didn't answer the phone. It's not for lack of trying. It's for lack of hitting answer. That's all. I mean, I care about the man. You know, whether you know things or you don't, at the end of the day, I consider Trevor a friend, and I know he's going through some things, and I just hope that whoever gets in his way, you know, he's not working it out on them and misdirecting whatever frustration he might have elsewhere.
Brino's World in the chat say the blood is on your hands. First words of someone about to go on a rampage. Is that what we're about to see from Trevor Murdoch? Is a rampage through the National Wrestling Alliance.
Oh my God, it could be me. I just thought about this.
It could be.
I was friends with Sal Renaro. He lost his freaking mind. He joined a cult. I'm friends with Trevor Murdoch. He lost his mind, it looks like, and apparently he's becoming a violent, angry man. Oh my God.
And Buffy got killed, and I saw you give him, you let him go in front of you in the catering line. And he just got killed.
That baked potato bar definitely needed to be experienced.
Look at you. Curse of Kyle.
Kyle, you know what you got to do. You know what you got to do now.
Say on here that people think are a joke that I'm just pulling out, and then it turns out it's actually reality. They're like, wait, the NWA really had a baked potato bar?
No, we did.
It's true.
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was saying. I was like, hold up, man.
Get there early if you want bacon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Will's still bitter about that bacon.
The protein ran out real fast.
Eric Gill asking, how does Trevor Murdoch not have a rematch clause with Cardona? It sounds like Trevor needs some management. Perhaps
he does have a rematch clause.
Oh,
yeah,
mayhap.
He does. I think he does.
So, Danny, if you want to work your magic, I need you to get in Trevor's ear, tell him to calm down, focus, because he's got a rematch clause. But I don't think he's even thinking about that.
You know. What
about these rumors Devin's spouting in the chat about he heard Buff Shea is now part of the Ill Begotten?
Yeah. Ooh. Sorry.
Can't confirm that.
That's it. He heard that on the dirt sheets. They're never right.
Sandoval in the chat.
For
Maybe
shame.
Trevor just doesn't have any friends. No one came out to help him when Knox attacked him. No one came out to help him when Cardona split his head open.
Well, you need to hit the ring then, Santa. Help him out.
When he was getting attacked, you know, Pope was involved in that stuff, and then he got hurt too. It just so happened that everybody left that first night. He was doing an autograph signing, and then he was attacked. It's not for a fact that nobody cared. Just nobody was there because people are impatient and want to go out.
Trevor Murdoch's one of those guys that it is interesting to see what's happening with him. He's a very scary man right now in the National Wrestling Alliance. And if I could point out another very scary man, and one of my favorite moments of the Crockett Cup, not because I necessarily agree with the result, just one of the biggest shockers, I think, coming out of the Crockett Cup, involved another very scary man, and that scary man was Jax Dane.
Unhealthy. Who's the man?
Mayweather, he's got the arm bar. He's got the arm bar. He's got an air cross arm breaker.
Can you tap out?
And still NWA National Champion, Anthony Mayweather.
Not see that coming.
He's leaving under his own power.
Exactly.
And he's leaving with that national championship. Look at the smile. Why is there a smile on the face of Jax Dane?
Robert King is bringing the
Oh my God! Face first into the steel steps.
He's telling you it's over.
It's not over for Jax Dane though.
Oh, now he's trapping the legs. We got to get some security. We got to get some more help out here.
Come on.
Can he do more damage to this leg?
What is he doing? What is he looking for? He's got the spare turnbuckle. He's got a spare turnbuckle.
Don't do that.
You're a savage beast. You're a monster, Jax Dane.
Oh my God! I can't even watch
Oh my God, the point of
He really is a savage.
In his championship title match.
Oh, the Champion Series! Oh my God, he was on your team!
Right, we forgot he.
Felt that he was on your team!
Oh no!
The following match is for the National Heavyweight Championship.
Now we know why he was smiling.
Jax Dane versus Anthony Mayweather.
Jax Dane knew he had.
And he does not care what this crowd thinks.
He had this plan in his head.
He's been sitting on this title shot.
Decapitating Mayweather!
Oh, no. Come on,
like this. Not like this!
The winner of this match and new NWA National Heavyweight Champion, the Dana Man, Jax Dane!
Standing over Mayweather.
He knew exactly what his plan was all along.
How about that? That's insane. I mean, Danny Deals, we started talking about Jax Dane, and Danny Deals left. Like, he doesn't.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant. I saw Will tapping his little brain here saying, what a great idea. I mean, Jax, I got to give it up for him. You know, you might remember from the other shows, I said, my heart says Anthony Mayweather, but I wish that Jax Dane would win just so I could say, hey, look at me. It kind of looks like me with a championship. I didn't think this was going to turn out that way. But, man, that picture of him as champion right there, that is a great photo right there. He just, I'm sorry, that was me dressed up as Jax Dane.
Everybody giving props to Jax Dane for being a very intelligent monster here in the chat. And Chris Drummond pointing out Jax Dane's the only NWA Triple Crown champion.
That's right.
There you go for Jax Dane.
My favorite part was the distraught, puppy dog look on Kyle's face when he's like, "Oh, he's cashing in.
You're saying this, Will, but I wanted to come back in and say that I used to stand in the back and think it was cool. Like when I was fortunate enough to get to the back, that one of the cooler parts of being back there is you get to watch a guy like Kyle Davis work, and you think to myself, one day, maybe I could do what Kyle Davis does. That's such a cool job. And then you see these last couple of interactions with Kyle Davis and Trevor Murdoch, Kyle Davis and Jax Dane, and you're like, no, it's best that Kyle Davis is out there. And
I'm a step away from somebody hitting a clothesline on me and me having the neck that I have from wrestling no longer supporting my ability to hold my bowels. I'm telling you, I am this far away from somebody hitting me at any minute. Look at every time Tyrus is out there. This is not a joke. In fact, when he squeezes my hand, it hurts so much that I really am caving in fear. If you look at it afterwards, bright red, there's little grooves on it where his fingers were. I can't use the damn thing for the next 3 segments. These people are dangerous human beings, and to be around them when things happen, I know you're saying, oh, you're big talk now, Kyle. Yes, because nobody's going to run in and hit me at any minute. I have to be very serious in the moment. Otherwise, horrible things could happen in my body. This is a dangerous job, and these people are athletes that could destroy your normal human being, which is me.
Well, spoiler, I saw Jax knock the soul out of somebody this past week. But I have returned so the show can continue. I know you guys were worried about it, but
Thank you.
Had to answer an email from the boss. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I hear you there. Nobody, not everybody, agreeing that Jax Dane is just some intelligent monster, or maybe they do, but they don't agree with his decision making. Scott here saying he's almost as low as Cardona, almost, but he got it done. He got it done. It's hard to argue with that point. Nani in the chat, so terrible, but so bloody good.
You can't even argue with the tactics, though. I mean, there's no debate. Ain't no asterisks on that one. He cashed in.
I taught him everything he knows, so I totally agree.
Yeah.
We'll ask Jax about that someday if we could ever afford to have him on the show. We've reached out to him before, by the way, and Jax Dane
I don't think he'll talk
an
to you.
exorbitant fee to appear for any interviews. So for all you podcasters out there, good luck, because you're probably not going to get Jax.
He's the national champion. He should charge. It's worth it.
You want Jax on here? You want Jax on here? I feel like he realizes that I respect him and that I'm not trying to be insulting and that I could try to get him on this program.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. Jax Dane, he's something else, man. Jax Dane is a very scary dude. And but hey, he's the national champion right now, which means he has a path directly to the World Heavyweight Championship. And so stay tuned on that, because I'm sure that's exactly why he felt it was important enough to go ahead and cash in his title shot right now for that national title. So we've seen, I think, almost everybody cash in their title shots. I think the only one left that I'm aware of, or there's two left. Who knows who the two left are?
Pope.
Two left of what?
Or no, three left. There are three left. There are three left.
Two. Pope and Velvet Sky.
And Colby Carrino was on that team, was he not?
Oh, he was.
Hold on. But the question, he was an alternative, if I remember right. The entire tournament came down to him for the most part.
Yeah, he was an alternate.
Is the correct terminology.
Does the alternative get the same thing that everybody else does, or are you just there for the glory and the respect?
You tell us, Kyle. You worked there.
Yeah, Kyle. I mean, I was there too, but we were out of it, so I didn't pay attention.
Look at
Man, when we took
really did get a message from the boss. I just saw.
Yeah, you're in it, Kyle.
At least he's not watching us on here right now, because he would have some problems.
I was about to say, is it the boss saying, like, cut it right now?
No, I just stepped out and answered it because Kyle wasn't going to answer.
Oh, well, Kyle,
classic.
Got to be on it.
There's a little thing there's a little gimmick that pops up on the screen and it says who it comes from. I was like, oh shit, should answer that.
Yeah.
Sorry, PG show. Cut it out. It's a 10-second delay.
Right? I think the S-bomb has been dropped multiple times already, so I
think Kyle's the building.
We're PG-13 at best now, so yeah.
Here in 15 minutes,
they don't know what PG-13.
Here in 15 minutes, it's NWA After Dark.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I feel like that's going to get trademark infringement now, because I heard rumors of Velvet After Dark. Thanks, Steels.
So I'm out. He's coming back in 15.
Appreciate it.
All right. Yeah. Well, okay. So another person that got brought up earlier that we should mention, since we're just talking about champions, let's just jump in here with another person that strikes fear in the heart of Kyle's everywhere.
I cannot be taken off my feet. I cannot be moved. I dominate. And since no one in the back or in the business or anyone within 10,000 miles of this state will step up and challenge for the most seen championship on the planet, you can Google it, but you don't have to, because we was on the cover of Google. That's how powerful this championship is. So I, as a sportsman, because I get bored easily, and like a big lion, I like to play with my food. You boo me because you wish you could be me. I understand. It hurts. It bothers you. He cuts his sleeves like me, but he forgot you have to lift weights to get guns. You just don't get it. Your problem with everyone in this building is your 30% effort and 70% excuses. I'm 95% and 5% caring, and this is my caring. I will give anybody an opportunity. If you can body slam me, I will give you a shot at this championship. So at least I'll give you a sporting chance.
Nobody will ever slam this man.
Does that answer your question, Kyle?
Thank you.
Probably not.
Please stop squeezing my hand.
Enough said.
Whoa! Boom!
That answer your question, Kyle?
That's why I drink, to make the pain go away.
I can't hear anything.
He's always blaming someone else.
That's
that
right here.
Can we not hear deals? Can we make that work? He can hear us, but we can't hear him.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna rip about 5 or 6 of those lines to use them for motivational quotes each morning on the morning announcements at Rossville Middle School, NWA Middle School.
You're gonna tell the students you're 30%. What was it? 30%.
70% excuses.
It's a math lesson. It's a life lesson. It's just a lesson, and that's what he's here to do. Educate the youth of America.
On the cover of Google.
According to Caps, Tyrus is Google. So
yeah,
this is good. This is good. Well, what do you guys think about that? TV title up for grabs. If you can slam Tyrus, he'll give you a shot.
Real talk.
Well, I guess I'm not going to.
What's the most anybody here can lift? I'm at about 250 pounds. Small man.
I'm not.
Talking about bench press.
Anything.
I can probably do 215.
Cool. Oh, there we go. So far, none of us could ever hope of doing this to Tyrus. Is what
You know who I think could do it? You know, I think could do it.
We're not in the running.
Please don't say Alex Taylor.
Well, I think he could do it. Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
But I bet you Black G's could do it.
Low center of gravity.
Yeah,
Very low center of gravity. Jack. Low center of gravity. Knows how to take time. He's watched Tyrus train. He probably knows the way he moves. I think deals, you always have the deals. You got the down low information to make things happen. I respect you if I didn't also find you highly displeasurable to be around.
But also, I think Alex Taylor could do it.
No, I've seen him, man. I've seen Alex Taylor lift vehicles before.
The man's jacked. He just posted a picture online, and I was like, natural athlete.
Hey, Fritzy, look, Fritzy, you know the jacked ref we got?
I believe that because it's the power of the ponytail. He's got that hair.
He threw me out of a match once, and he literally threw me out of the match.
A lot of you guys are talking a bunch of trash, but I'm seeing guys like Matt Smith here in the chat saying, "How big is Mibbs?" Yeah,
that's a big guy right there.
That's actually really smart, Matt Smith, because when I call him up to the ring, I do say big, strong Mims. And if there's one person you could trust, it's Kyle Davis to give you the facts and to not BS you. So big, strong Mims is a big, strong boy. But at the end of the day, we've seen idol management talent. They've lied everybody down. They left him laying. They put the flag on him. You know, Mims might know better than to try to mess with that people anymore.
Hey, what about Buffy, the Vampire Slayer?
I mean, Buffy was more of a stabber than a lifter.
No. But brother, the Murdoch wrestle. What was his name?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think he's. I think he's actually officially part of the NWA ring apron now.
No, here's the thing, because if he's still around. Now listen to the theory here. Listen to the deal machine. All right. If he's still around, because we saw him die, he's a zombie, so he's got zombie strength.
Do zombies have super strength?
Bushwick,
pretty sure their arms just fall
Bill.
off.
And there are different kinds of zombies too, man.
Yeah,
he's not an Olympic sprinter zombie. He'd be one of them Romero gimmicks.
Not one of those World War Z zombies.
Yeah, no, not sprinting. No.
Imagine appearing on a national wrestling program, getting destroyed, and having a group of people just publicly talking about, I wonder if he's still with us anymore, and then joking about what kind of zombie you would be because we think you got so decimated by somebody in a dangerous manner.
These are the questions that people want answers to.
And then you followed up with this, and you know he wouldn't be a fast zombie. He'd be one of those slow Romero zombies. Just adding insult to injury. You can't even be the modern day version.
Romero zombies. They're scary.
Hey, #cinemashock.com.
Hey, Billy Nightbloom here is talking about Masters. What do you guys think? Oh, Chris Adonis.
Chris Adonis. Yeah, the masterpiece. I mean, the guy's all muscle. So
if anybody could pick him up, that dude.
Yeah, I don't know. Devin says if Buff Shea body slams Tyrus, you're really going to regret not signing him to the Ill Begotten, Danny. So
that doesn't mean that a verbal deal memo could not be reached before he went out.
And I don't think Deals has said he's not signed him. You haven't said you've not confirmed that you've not signed Buff Shea.
Well, the guy's dead. First, I got to make sure he's alive before we even talk to him anymore.
You know? Oh, what about Hitman here saying Wrecking Ball Ligursky? That would be. I don't think the ring's ready for that.
Well, you could distract Wrecking Ball though with a pizza. So
chicken and waffles.
Even better, Cookie
Crisp, throw
Crisp.
it in.
I've seen a lot of Cookie Crisp in that man's hands, and it is my favorite cereal. And Wrecking Ball is from New England, and there's a part of me that looks at him and goes like, is that me from another reality? Is he my multiverse
you know
me?
what I mean? All the time.
Bald, heavy set, loves cereal from New England. There's a part of me that kind of looks at him and thinks, maybe this is somebody who I have a connection to that I don't know about. And then I just want to scream out, Fixer's rule. And then it feels right. Fixer's rule. Oh my God.
Look at old Devin here. Kyle should try it. Why don't you try it, Kyle?
I have 2 damaged shoulders. I have a bad back, a bad neck. I'm a weakling. I'm a tiny man.
Man, whatever. I see those gym pics you post. Those gym pics you post, man.
He's got the guns. He's got the guns to get it done.
It's angles.
Oh, that's a good phrase. I like that. Got the guns to get it done.
You could be the champion of all
television. I'm one of the few people in this conversation that's been right next to Tyrus. It's one thing to look at somebody when you're chilling, watching the news when it's at the gym over the cardio and you can't change what station it's on. It's another thing to meet that man in person. When he is next to you, when he grabs your hand and you realize his hand's twice the size as mine, he's not even trying and he's causing pain for me. The last thing you gotta think of is like, you know what I can do? I can body slam that guy. I've joked about it before. I've stood next to Nick Aldis and went, I'm just as jacked as Nick Aldis. And when I stepped back and looked at that stuff on TV, the dude's got a foot on me. He's got 100 pounds of muscle on me.
I'm going to tell
fit me in there. He knows this. It's one thing to think you can do something. It's another thing to be reminded that you have no chance in hell. And I can tell you, almost everybody alive has no chance in hell of slamming Tyrus.
I got to say,
you said that.
I got to say, Chris Drummond's got the right idea here, too, with Harry Smith. He's throwing in on Harry Smith. That's another guy who, like you're talking about with Tyrus, you do not realize how big that man is.
No, you don't understand, Gary. After he helped cheat my Ill Begotten boys out of the Crockett Cup, I had him deported. So he's not going to be there.
Well, he's okay.
Another good choice here. I'm telling you, we have the smartest chat in professional wrestling, the strongest and the smartest. They're coming up with great names that could challenge for this. Tom Latimer, he's an individual that's looking to make a name for himself. He is part of the power couple of the NWA, and it's not just a phrase; it's a legitimate claim. Power, hell, maybe Camille could go for it.
I was about to say, what if maybe Camille can?
I was gonna say, if we're gonna bring up Tom Latimer or another person, we will get beat for if we do not mention is the NWA Women's Champion, the holder of the belt, Camille.
You can hear the crowd respecting the champion, but I've heard the rumor backstage, and I'm guessing that's why you're out here right now. There's a lot of talk that Strictly Business may no longer be a thing. Can you verify this?
Kyle, I'm afraid to tell you that Strictly Business is no more. All good things must come to an end, and it's come to an end. So, because I was sat at home right on my house, and I was thinking, I came to the conclusion that I don't need anybody. I'm my own man. I write my own destiny. I'm too talented to be held back. So it's not strictly business. It's personal, very personal. The only person, Kyle, that I need in this life is this girl right here.
But look, Kyle, I told him to get rid of Chris a long time ago. Because I know my baby, he's strong and all, but you can only carry dead weight but for so long. Wow. And that's tiring on the body, you know what I mean? And baby, you need to be fresh. You need to be ready because you are a star. You are the star. And your time is now. And for everybody, that's right. Go ahead, his time is now. And for everybody listening backstage, just know it's us against all y'all.
They call them the power couple, and it's plain to see why. I mean, two badasses as far as the National Wrestling Alliance goes, and Camille coming off a huge win in the Crockett Cup. You didn't have to pin Camille. You could have kept her out of the equation, and Chelsea and Kylie Ray unfortunately couldn't even do that. Camille too dominant, even in a triple threat. And then you got Tom Latimer waiting in the wings for his opportunity. Maybe it's with Tyrus. Maybe it's for the national title or the World's Heavyweight Championship. The power couple is right. I don't think there's a better description for the two of them.
I have photographic evidence of Chelsea being cheated in that match, by the way.
Oh, do you?
It will be faxed to the office.
Well, then it's sure to be seen.
All I could think of was, do I have to buy a fax machine now? That's literally what I was thinking of. Is great. Now I have to have a fax machine.
Why don't you have a fax machine? Watts is going to send you to Roy Shire's territory if you don't clean it up.
Listen, Tom Latimer, whether you love Strictly Business or hated him, you can't deny that they were a force to be reckoned in, and the National Wrestling Alliance reckoned with a legacy and everything else that's happened. And I got to be completely honest with you. As a single star, I think the sky's the limit for him. With Camille, who is the NWA World Women's Champion, you just heard her. As a woman who never said a word for many, many years, all of a sudden, everything she says has me at the edge of my seat. The two of them together are an unstoppable force. And if anybody gets in their way in the NWA, I feel sorry for them because obviously it's not in their favor.
Bobby in the chat mentioning Camille retained her title at Capital Championship Wrestling against Allie Katch last Saturday. See, this is Camille. Camille goes from, you think just because it's not on an NWA show that she's not defending the title. That is incorrect. If anybody is a traveling champion, the holder of the Burke, Camille, she takes that thing everywhere because she believes she's the best.
Yeah, she look one day she's in Delaware. Oh, come on now.
Delaware.
We're just saying. I mean, our two top champions. I mean, they are. You're right. They're taking it all around.
Yeah, Cardona's always up in Cleveland with Kyle's buddy Maserati West.
That guy's great. He's so cool looking and he's funny.
He was just up in Akron for Absolute Intense Wrestling, and I believe. Well, I don't know if he defended the title or not. I wouldn't if I was the champion. You know.
The forever champ, she calls herself.
I'd bring
instead
it
of all points out here. Yeah, the forever champ. Camille doesn't want to be nine-time world champion. Man, she's just the forever champ. She'll never lose it. That's what she says. She says she's unbeatable.
Oh, she is. I mean, and there's a lot, and like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of impressive female wrestlers that are part of the NWA, even outside of the NWA. But at this point, I'm hard pressed to think of anybody that could dethrone Camille right now. I mean, it's going to take maybe somebody we've never heard of, or maybe somebody that just comes out of the blue. But the current landscape of professional wrestling, I believe her when she says that one-time champion. I don't see anybody taking it off of her.
Zaphod, what do you think?
Did you say Zayd 5?
Zaphod.
I don't know who that is supposed to be.
Your nicknames are getting more and more obscure.
Listen, I only know K1. I'll respond to that, which I probably shouldn't even anyway, because what the hell? But Zaphod, what?
I don't know what's happening on this
I'm
show.
sorry, man. I'm sorry. I had my earpiece was. I get you. I feel you.
Listen, you either love the show for what it is and what it's become, or you don't, and you're missing out on wonderful things.
That's true.
NY Text Production is this live right now. Yes. Do you think the NWA would choose to air something taped this way? This is live.
Hell
no.
It'd be edited to about 20 minutes.
So, fun fact, I gave somebody a link to this, and if they pop on, we all have to be on our best behavior.
By the way, we did not hear what the great doctor had to say about anything, really.
You're right. I would say right now, given the landscape right now of what I know, there are a couple I think that are right there. I think of Genocide. I think she's right there. I mean, Camille has proven herself to be virtually impregnable, but I think Camille's, I think Genocide is right there. But then remember, I was the one sitting there saying, ain't no way in the world James Buster Douglas is winning this match against Iron Mike Tyson. There's always somebody out there. There's always, I don't care who you are. There's always someone out there that's got your number. They just have to emerge. Have they emerged yet? I don't know. Doesn't seem to have borne out yet. I will tell you right now, Camille is probably the most consequential women's wrestler in the world right now until someone proves it otherwise.
Yeah, I didn't think Tyson was going to beat Frank Bruno either, so you never know.
Huge upset.
Wow, I love.
I don't know non-wrestling sports.
Yeah, I never know where this is going to go. It's so
obviously Kyle Davis is not a fan of soccer.
What about Kinsey?
Football. Although Ted Lasso was a great show, and I've learned everything I know about soccer from that, and accidentally kicking another kid in the face playing soccer as a child and breaking his nose.
What about Kinsey
So,
Page? She almost beat Camille.
Kinsey Page is a prodigy. We refer to her as the prodigy. There are a few people that have born that. I think of someone like a Kerry Morton or a Sky Blue or somebody like that. And Kinsey Page is there, but I think Kinsey Page is years away from being able to wrest that championship away. Now, in a sport like this, if you're in the NWA, then you are you're a talent of global caliber. And on anybody's worst day and on anybody's best day, anything can happen. So I'm not going to say like it's absolutely impossible. And I think Kinsey Page has got many championships in her future. Does she have the Burke in her future? I'm just going to say this, and I respect Kinsey Page, but it is not in her immediate future.
She doesn't have the right direction. That's what it is.
She needs more direction.
She needs to hang with the Ill Begotten.
That's what I'm pushing to. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
She needs someone with business acumen, with style, with luscious hair.
Yep.
And
sounds like me.
See, that's really messed up because right into that point, I thought you were talking about Black G's. And then you said luscious hair, and I went, ooh, shade differentiator.
No, yeah, she needs it because you never know. You could always get lucky. The Chiefs got lucky when they beat the Steelers this year in the playoffs, So, you can get lucky at any time. Right, Will?
It is. Yeah, Will, you all right?
Are we still talking about wrestling?
That's what I was never know. I don't know.
Making a reference.
Have we touched base on the junior heavyweight championship match yet?
We were about to, as a matter
There's
of
a
fact,
lot of
Kyle.
things we
I brought
haven't
you.
touched base on, Kyle.
No. I mean, you had a chance to talk to Homicide this past Saturday on NWA USA.
And welcome to NWA USA Season 2. The first season was all about the path to the title. Season 2, well, we've got a new NWA Junior Heavyweight Champion. Homicide, how you feeling?
I'm very happy. It's an honor, privilege to become the NWA. Hey, campeón, ya llegó. But Mr. Davis, I want you to hold this and see how heavy this belt, this precious belt is heavy, right? Everybody's talking about the 10 pounds of gold. We're talking about the 187 pounds of gold right now. This is the future of professional wrestling. No offense for the people in the past who grabbed this precious belt, but this man, of all people named Homicide from Brooklyn, New York, represent the East Coast, who represent everything, is your new campeón el mundo. So I'm going to be the champion for a long time, bro. I'm loving this. I'm happy, Holmes. I'm very happy.
Homicide.
Let me jump in on here. Let me jump in on this. Let me get the first word on this, guys. I have to say, I love Homicide. This is the most, for me, I'm getting teary-eyed right now, man. I ain't lying. At Crockett Cup, this was the most emotional moment for me. Seeing him, getting to talk to him backstage. I love how he refers to that belt as this precious belt. This is a man who loves history, tradition, legacy. He loves this championship. He promised us. I said it. I said he would win this championship. And I just love Homicide. And my cup overflows right now for him and all the good things that are coming his way. And I hope he's also a one-time champion.
You don't recognize it there, but when he put that title in my hand, that belt is the heaviest thing I've ever felt. And there's no reason why something so heavy should be in a weight division that's 225 or under. Homicide, though, you're right. Happiest moment for the weekend for me as well. I've known him for many a year. And it's not often that you see Homicide generally happy about something. And his joy in that moment can't be denied. The man deserves it. He deserves it all. He's one of my favorite people to know, and also one of the people I fear the most in real life if I was to cross him.
Homicide, who was Deal's pick, by the way. It's documented here. Anybody who used the Deal's line won money. I said take Homicide and the points. So don't say that I
did, and look at this new lanyard I got as a result.
This is what we're talking about. Instant, right?
Eric Dale saying Homicide isn't going to be happy when he realizes the target on his back for being El Campeón del Mundo.
I mean, he's already defended.
I don't think
it
you said
twice.
that right.
Yeah, I probably didn't. This is Will was on the right track there. Homicide knows exactly what he's asking for. And the funny thing is that I love, you guys are kind of covering this, but we had a chance to talk to Homicide way ahead of this, even in last season of NWA Powerrr and NWA USA. And he said this was the first belt he ever cared about. Like, he's never cared about being a champion before. But for some reason, when this one got announced, this is the one. He knew he had to have this one. He would do anything to get it. When he talked about guys like Tiger Mask and the people that have held it before, he was like, the NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship was the most important thing to him. For once in his life, he cared about a championship. And wow, I guess when he really puts his mind to it, there you go.
I believe he's defended it twice already.
Correct. That was another great point. Yeah, we're talking about defending NWA champions. Took on Austin Aries directly after on NWA Powerrr. Then went Saturday to NWA USA, defeated Doug Williams, who made the cut to try to get that belt, and Homicide
0.5 pounds. He just didn't have any of the potato bar.
He told Kyle Stone, and Kyle just guessed and said, "Yeah, okay, fine." You're
Kyle's like, that's
why are you giving away secrets? I can't do math.
It's okay. Last time I was in Canada, I was driving 120 because I thought that was the speed limit. That's what the sign said.
And there you go. Caps mentioning in the chat. Now there's a direct link between Homicide and Buddy Rogers. So that's something you probably never thought.
There you go. Bridging history.
Oh man, look. I mean, we talk about Ken Fenelon. We talk about Danny McShane. We talking about Vern Gagne, the legacy AWA World's Champion, held that same trophy. And again, guys like Tiger Mask and the great Nelson Royal, Denny Brown. I mean, he's got it. He's got it. And to be the first of the Lightning One era, this rebirth, how appropriate. And we got a chance, and I don't know if Gary's got the footage. Gary and Will have got the footage ready to be seen and digested by the public yet, but we got to talk to him. And the man's just like, his voice is just broken and shaking, and the emotion was just, I'm talking about, and I don't want to get too insider here or anything, but I mean, this talk was real. The emotion was real. It was authentic.
This thing you're talking about, Doc, it's on the NWA Instagram right now. You can go.
He didn't have the footage. He don't even have his phone. He lost his phone before the show started.
It was posted directly after it happened. And the worst comment I saw on it was somebody said, "Not a great promo, but I still respect," or something. I was like, bro, that was not a promo.
It was not a promo.
Yeah. Come on.
You know what? That's his problem. He's not used to people speaking from the heart. And when he do, he's like, "What's this? Emotion? I don't know how to deal with this. I'm dead inside."
Yep.
Yeah.
Kyle gets promos. We get life experience. What we get is real, unedited, unadulterated.
Which, by the way, I carved out about 2 hours for the Ill Begotten to talk to Garrison and William. You were not there, Doc. And I get to see any of that footage.
Well, it hasn't happened yet.
It's in the can.
Deals. This is some of this you save for later.
All right.
You gotta keep the people guessing. You gotta go. We got a whole season of NWA Powerrr. And
Well,
NWA
it's just,
USA
if you see the fan mail I get from people who want to see Alex and Plunkerino, you just
You're the best PR man ever. The Ill Begotten would not have half the press they have if it was for not you. And let me tell you this, they really don't have any press, so that would have been really bad.
Now that's what I'm saying. That's criminal. That's criminal. You'll see.
Let me tell you something.
I can't reveal all the plans yet.
It's got all the stuff in the future. Rush, fantastic. Plunkett has the ability to train anybody, teach him anything. He's got all the knowledge in the world. But the three of them together is just a unit that, if not done anything so far, to think, oh boy, here's Alex Taylor.
He's so excited he can't spell one. Right. That's how pissed off.
I'm just saying. They're not going to get the they deserve with this guy under my finger right here. He's not going to bring him to the promised land unless the promised land is somewhere that, he had him drink Kool-Aid. I'm sorry.
Wait. Come on now, Kyle. What are you talking about? What do you? Hey, come on.
Could I be jealous of his hair? Could I be jealous of his hair? Maybe. but I'm not saying that. Danny Deal's not the answer.
I will say this, NWA USA and NWA Power are going to be full of surprises this season. One of the big ones came on NWA USA this week. I didn't expect to see this guy. Did you? Here's 60 seconds with a debuting new superstar.
My name is Caprice Coleman. I've been part of the sport for 27 years. Honing my craft, looking at things, and then helping others become who they are. I began to look in the mirror and realize that the things that I've been teaching people, not only am I able to retain, I'm able to do at a very high level. I'm Caprice Coleman. I have a rookie body, a veteran mind, a silver tongue. I'm the ageless one. I'm the show-stopping, crowd-popping, body-rocking, pulse-pounding, heart racer, the handsome face heartbreaker. I'm the man with the style, the grace, the shape, and the face. I'm an innovator, a crowd motivator, commentator, complicator. Guess what? I'm more devastating than the space modulator. People look at me and they say, Caprice Coleman doesn't age. Can you imagine a man that is able to do what he was able to do years ago with the mindset that I have? The NWA has welcomed me here. Now I'm home. I've watched you since I grew up. And now it's time for me to change the game. Chip!
Caprice.
Yeah, big talk. I'll tell you what. Let one of my IB boys get a hold of him. We'll see if he's talking like that. But real quick before you guys get all crazy.
IB boys. You know IB stands for irritable bowel, right?
He knows.
Look at you. It's either testicles or irritable bowels with you, Kyle. I don't know what we're doing.
Listen, I'm all about below the waist healthcare, and if you do Manscaped right now, you can save 20%. I don't know if that's shoot there, guys. Find the code online. They're not the actual sponsor for this.
See how I
Or
serve
for
that
a
up?
fraction of that, you can subscribe to WeScaped. And
it's tiny.
Well, before we go any further and you guys get all analytical, I saw Eric in the chat ask about the zip hood that old Natalia was wearing in her Instagram post. I'm actually wearing it right now. And he was wondering how much it was. Eric, I am sorry, but it is sold out currently. But the deal machine is working on getting more of them. That's that one right there, second from the left, if you're facing it like I am. The deal machine is working on getting more of them because they sold out between online and the Crockett Cup.
I think he was asking if you could get her hoodie.
No, he was asking about the hoodie. He said the one.
Yeah, but I think he wants her hoodie.
Well,
and if anyone can pull that off, it's you.
That's his other.
Anyone can pull that off.
Do you have an eBay account that you're sending me things? You're like trying to get me to buy random things via our email.
No,
what's in a Moco cup?
That's not me.
This looks like some crazy shit you're trying to get me to buy.
What is
Hold
it?
on, who is it?
TV14.
Might be.
Anything from the deals is faxed. He goes hard copies. He faxes it. He doesn't do email.
I paid you earlier.
God, even worse than that means my phone's been hacked.
911.
It's crazy that when somebody says something like that to my phone, the first thing I think of is it's got to be Danny Deals. It's not a phishing attempt. It's just somebody trying to me to buy something random. Hopefully, it has an NWA logo on it, so I at least can be like, "Hey, check it out." Or
you never know.
For what it's worth to anybody in the chat,
somebody will see your browser history on that.
That was my last attempt to try to throw up a video we had preset to guide the conversation in any way, so it's just going to be like this.
Caprice Coleman is the ageless one. Caprice Coleman, you listen to that in 60 seconds, you learned everything and more than you ever could have hoped. The only thing that's missing is seeing him in an NWA ring, and sooner than later, we're going to see that, and I can tell you, if a man can speak that well, he can do even better in the ring. Unless you're me.
I'm throwing out a challenge. I want one of the Ill Begotten boys to get in the ring with him, and you'll see he ain't nothing.
All right.
The man's 70. He said he's ageless. The man's 73 years old. He looks good.
I don't think that's the right math.
Doc said it, not me, and he's a
Caprice Coleman is 107 years old, and he still moves like a 20-year-old. It is insane. It looks amazing.
Uncanny, even.
To have those abs at 198, who would have thought?
Yeah.
How old do you think we can make him by the end of this conversation?
I don't know, but he might pop in here pissed off at you, Kyle, calling him 300 years old. I'm going to tell him he said that.
I don't care if I'm 15. I don't care if I'm 43. I don't care if I'm 109. If I look that way, I don't care about my age. I am doing something right.
Caprice, who is he? You might know Caprice best from Ring of Honor if you guys
Kyle, tell him that's one of your cousins.
It is one of my cousins. He was at Ring of Honor as a broadcaster, and let me tell you something. It's one of those times where you look at a man and you go, oh, he's so good at what he does. And then you see him in the ring and you go, why would this man not be in a ring 24/7? NWA fans, spoiler alert, he's a part of this season of NWA, and you are in for a treat.
Yeah, Caprice Coleman. I'm excited for everybody to see what he does in the ring. He's fantastic. I was actually being serious, though. Like, if you guys in the chat have anything in particular you want to bring up, go ahead. Somebody get Naughty some water. She's very thirsty in the chat. So
he ran off feet. He ran away as soon as Kyle showed up. That's messed up.
Fee's not a fan of Kyle.
Well, is that a Jew? Because
no. Fee is in Scotland, and it's like some ridiculous time in the morning.
2 in the afternoon tomorrow.
Because he lied to me in person then. Because fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell good people who enjoy some NWA.
Yeah, she loves NWA. She's always happy to be here.
Good, man. I like that.
For better or worse, she says we put her to sleep like every Monday night. Like she listens to us as she goes.
You should probably let the people know there's a big time difference, so that's why.
That's what I just said.
Over there.
She's in Scotland, so it is a big time difference.
It's not like an hour. It's not like all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's 9 o'clock right now. She's sleepy. Like,
no,
legit.
It's like 2 o'clock in the morning or something.
Thank you for staying up as late as you do. We appreciate you.
Yeah. All right, Bobby's got a question. Let's jump in there. Who do you guys want to see wrestle Homicide for the NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship?
I'll take
Jeremiah
this.
Plunkett.
Yes. Jeremiah Plunkett, Alex Taylor, Kobe Carino. That's who I'd like to see get the next.
There you go. Make it happen.
All right.
Colby Carino, Kerry Morton. Let me tell you that Kerry Morton.
Too nice, man.
He's not ready.
You gotta see him, dude.
He's not ready, bro. He's not ready.
Says future legend, and his performance in the ring says possibly current legend. That kid's
get
got
that boy
it.
killed. He's not even old enough to buy a pack of gum. You try to put him in there with Homicide.
Wrong with you? I'm just saying, I'm gonna throw in Darius Lockhart. I love Darius Lockhart.
Yes,
I'd like to see him get it.
That's a great choice too.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it. Maybe Sal Renaro.
Here's the
thing. Maybe finds happiness. He gets away from Sinister Minister. I get my buddy back instead of having this weirdo that sounds really weird.
Onto the ring apron somewhere.
I was having a conversation yesterday.
He's accidentally eating Buff Shea.
I was having a conversation yesterday with someone very high up in the company. I'm talking about at the highest levels of the company.
Don't tell them what we were talking about.
I'm not. I come on now. Zip.
Another
I
high
did
person
say
in the company. All right.
In that conversation, in this conversation, I made the point that the NWA best selling point right now is its tag team division, but second best selling point, I think, is the junior heavyweight division right now.
No, true.
Stacked.
Yeah. Well, the tag team division, the belts are held by a couple of werewolves. So unless you got Peter Cushing and some holy water and some crosses, I don't know how anybody's
Van Helsing.
Yeah, little Van Helsing.
Van Hennig.
That's the hillbilly Van Helsing. Old Van Helsing gonna come over here.
We have not we've not talked nearly enough about La Rebellion, but I feel like they're going to be coming up pretty soon. In fact, this coming Tuesday night, they have an NWA World's Heavyweight Championship title match against the End. They're going to be defending those tag team titles, and so that's going to be a good one. Jose, you're saying Austin Aries deserves another shot. Check out Power this past week. Austin Aries literally gets a one-on-one match with Homicide for the NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship. So that one happens. You also mentioned up above, I will say, we're showcasing people like Dirty Dango and the Briscoes, who
Briscoes
you were going to showcase people like Dirty Dango, and the Briscoes got a natural pop. The Briscoes are all over this season of NWA Power.
So is Dango. I mean, those are some people who, I don't know if that's information than anything on there, but Dango made a little tweet the other day, and I hope that's not true because I like the Dirties of Dango. And I always enjoy how much Velvet gets all wrapped up and doesn't know what to do when he's around, because it's not often that you see somebody have that effect. And also great movements on the guy, and can really fix a bathroom.
That was just trying to throw everybody off because she's sliding my DMs. But Who will Trevor
that
Murdoch
makes sense.
destroy next?
Whoever he wants to. Anybody he wants to.
Yeah.
I vote Kyle.
Whoever's standing in front of him.
Probably Miguel Robles. It's probably gonna be him.
Why you trying to serve Miguel up like that?
I ain't trying to serve. I'm just saying, man, Miguel's hungry. You want to get some media attention, a spotlight and stuff. You impress somebody against Trevor Murdoch. This Trevor Murdoch. That's how you do it. But that would be a bad mistake.
And you're trying to get him light-fighted.
I think your boy Miguel
stepping
Robles
in the ring with this Trevor Murdoch's probably not smart.
If I'm not mistaken, this Tuesday night, so don't quote me on this, but I'm 90% sure this Tuesday night, doesn't Miguel Robles have a match on NWA Power against another very big deal in the NWA? I want to say he's going one-on-one with Nick Aldis.
What?
Whoa! So is it Miguel? I can't remember who's scheduled.
I think you're wrong.
Well, I'm wrong.
Kyle doesn't know either. You read some dirt sheets over, Kyle.
I am reading dirt sheets actually right now. I believe he'll be facing Mike Bennett, who will give him a little bit more of his run for his money.
You may be right. You may
Are
be
you saying
right.
Mike Bennett did good, huh? I'm going to tell him that.
I'm saying they don't give me the information ahead of time, and I'm
Nick
lost.
Aldis is facing Mike Bennett.
At some point,
Look, Doc's hot about it.
It's like, what? Hey, I'm back. I ain't going nowhere.
All right.
I will say this: one thing you can look
let
forward
me tell you
to
the
on
truth.
Tuesday.
I can't remember. There was too much going on. We did how many episodes of
You were
Power?
at the
How many
podium.
episodes of NWA? I'm just announcing names, and I've announced people's names multiple times. Do you know that NWA fans, you have over 125 matches coming your way in this season of Power? There was so much action,
You
so
sure
much
about
excitement. NWA USA combined. Well, it's combined NWA USA and NWA Power. It's a little bit of both. But there's so much happening right now that if you were a part of it live and in person, you could not keep track of everything that happened. And speaking of which,
It is
coming up in
Deontay-
June, be prepared. We're going to have another set of tapings. And if you want to be part of the action, please keep your eyes out for that. Social media, NWATix.com.
Also, we got some footage, some Dark Mac footage of a Horn versus Stinson, Oak Grove 1.
Deontay
We didn't
Marshall.
get footage of that.
Deontay Marshall is taking on Nick Aldis this week on it.
There you go.
That's the one I was thinking of. He's got Nick Aldis. You've got Danny Deal's boys, the Ill Begotten, are in a match this week against the Cardonas. So hope you're ready for that.
Piece of cake, Deals.
Camille will be in action this week on NWA Power. She's taking on Maddie, just Maddie. It's no longer Maddie Rinkowski. She's Maddie, just Maddie.
Sometimes I add things when I say people's names out loud. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of divas out there that go by one name, like Madonna, like Scion.
Yeah, and
Kyle.
and I mentioned this, but there is a tag team title match when La Rebellion defend against the End, and we're being told the Briscoes will be on commentary during that match. So
Something's wrong with them N boys. So one guy eats spray paint.
I don't know, but I'll watch that just to hear the commentary.
Is there going to be a translator and
Noni McPony, she's asking, what's that June? That was June, you said, right, Kyle?
Yeah, hold on for dates. I'm just putting that little teaser out there. And there might be something going on in Oak Grove, Kentucky on April 30th. I'm just putting that out there. Keep it up.
Well, Nani's trying to keep up with us because she's from Australia. So she comes over from Australia to see us live. I say us like I have any part of this. But see the folks in the NWA.
Dates pending.
Australia.
Yeah, she travels a long way, just like
Home
me.
of the
So
road
there's
warrior.
And the rumor I'm hearing, it's don't tell anybody this, but I'm told that NWA World Champion Matt Cardona now feels like somehow, because he's still champion, he's owed more than he has. So I don't know what that means. All I know is I'm hearing words backstage that Matt's propositioning to have pay-per-view special stuff going on. So keep an eye out for that, see if it happens. Let's see how much this champion can really get things done.
Interesting. I saw somebody ask if Chris Adonis was no longer with the NWA. Not sure where that rumor got started. He will be also appearing on NWA Power this week.
Yeah.
So check him out. He will be there. You'll hear from Chris Adonis. And so anyway, that's just the notes I have here.
My problem is I have too many notes that I literally had dropped these before and they were out of order. So my notes were very skewed.
My notes are up here, but I got 14.
I'm trying to use kayfabe and not pretend like I've already seen the episode. That's what I'm doing.
I like how Dill says my notes are up here too. I don't believe in using any kind of technology. I have a whole article on my website about it.
Is that early June you're predicting, Kyle, potentially? All right.
Around when it becomes double digits, probably.
Okay.
All right, everybody together. Yeah, probably.
Everybody get real zen.
That probably means the middle. Don't lie to her, Kyle. She's in Australia. It's like on the other side of the world.
Jose want Marty Bell to get a shot at Camille. I think that'd be an awesome match, but I mean, come on, the Hex. We haven't talked about the Hex yet, but the Hex are every champion in the NWA is just freaking dominant, and they take those titles all over the place. I actually promised our friend Mecha Wolf, Mr. Wolf, sent this our way earlier and wanted to make sure that it is mentioned, assuming he gets through, along with Basia at NWA Power this week. They're taking these titles to London.
Yes,
they are headed there, and they're taking on the TNT Tag Team Champions, a title versus title match over there. This is an officially sanctioned title defense. He says this was confirmed today with William Patrick Corgan. So, assuming they've still got them, the NWA Tag Team titles are traveling the world. So,
neither one of those guys looks like Van Helsing to me, so I think they'll come back with the belts.
I think you're right.
You need to point out that Martina and AK recently defended those titles overseas a bunch of times.
They went on a tour.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about it a bit, that they took the titles everywhere. Grateful to those ladies for doing that. Homicides, like in that one video we mentioned, he put out a challenge to anybody, anywhere, anytime. He'll put that junior heavyweight title. He's proven that. He's already defended it twice since he won it like a week ago. So,
well, he should give Alex Taylor a shot.
I'm sure he would if Alex Taylor wants to step up and challenge.
How does Rush Freeman feel about the fact that you are so pro Alex Taylor?
Well, Rush isn't a junior heavyweight. He's too tall, so he can't be in it.
There's a height.
He's got an answer for everything. He's got an answer for everything.
Look, and Rush is around plenty in tag team action, and Matt Cardona is politicking backstage. I don't know about that. He's a champion. I don't think he has to politic.
Yep.
No?
Everybody in the NWA appreciates the championships and how much the people try to get those titles the recognition they deserve. And so Matt Cardona, whatever comes with that, good for him. I'll tell you this, the NWA World Heavyweight Championship gets exposure with that guy. He's not hiding it. He's proud of the fact that he's got it. And then we've got the tag team champions, both sets of tag team champions all over the world, taking those things everywhere they can.
And next, London, Kentucky?
Yeah. There you go. Paris, Tennessee.
I'm still not convinced. I've never seen them at Power Trip or anything. I'm not convinced Mecca and Basia have ever been to Kentucky, but I would love to see that happen.
I would love to see them just traveling around Kentucky, not even in one venue, just like on the street.
Doing the Bourbon Trail.
in their gear.
Well, I know Mecca's definitely been to Butthole, Tennessee, because I was there with him. In some
Is that a real place, or is it just a fantasy?
I don't remember the name of the town, but it was out.
Speaking of champions, too, Jose in the chat saying we need a credible opponent to take on Tyrus. I mean, I think that's what he's going for. And Tyrus, another guy who the TV title is seen
after
by
Kyle body slammed
2 million people every week see that TV title thanks to Tyrus. And so but if you want to get a title shot, you're going to have to slam the guy, apparently.
We haven't talked about Jordan Clearwater at all. You guys don't like him or something?
It's just that the NWA roster is so stacked, but I'm happy to talk about Jordan Clearwater and Marseille Rocket, Gold Rush, Idomania Sports Management. Everybody.
Both members of Gold Rush have future stars. They're going to be. Remember how I talked about? I shudder at the fact that 30 years from now, people are going to be like, "Oh, Matt Cardona, one of the greatest NWA champions of all time." I would not shudder to look forward 30 years and hear Marche Rocket or Jordan Clearwater, the greatest NWA world champions of all time, because I feel like given some time, they have the ability to be at next level. And we're just witnessing it. It's cool. We get to watch it happen. And, G's, whether you want to say anything or not, the more G's invests himself in people in his group there, Austin's his own story. He's a legend. But G's, I really feel, is the unspoken magic that makes things happen. And
He
I don't
speaks,
mean
he speaks to me sometimes.
I'm just telling you, Jordan Clearwater, when I first saw him, I was like, cool, good looking kid. Great for him.
You got a signed 8x10 from him.
Now I have a signed 8x10 from him because listen, that kid's awesome. And the fact that Marche with that rocket kick could literally take the head off of anybody at any time. The two of them together as a tag team, sky's the limit. And I'm rushing to see them wrestle. Gold Rush.
John in the chat saying Kyle could accidentally body slam Tyrus and be forced into a match.
I'm with that party right there.
He says someone attacks Tyrus from behind. Tyrus falls on Kyle. Kyle flips him over. That's the answer he's giving. I'll tell you what, Kyle could accidentally end up in a match, but it's probably going to be first because he keeps dressing like Jax Dane and stealing the title backstage. So if Kyle accidentally ends up in a match, that might be where it comes from. Either way,
spoiler. His
RIP
clothes
Kyle.
are very baggy on me, and I now realize that much like I thought I was the same size as Nick Aldis, I am not the same size as Jax Dane either. So it looks like I should probably stop being me because it's going to end very poorly for me.
Eric Dale predicting Jordan Clearwater might get a run at the junior heavyweight title someday. You've not seen Jordan Clearwater in person.
Yeah.
Big boy.
He's probably about 15 pound over
He
the weight
could fit
limit.
in there. Get him in the sauna. Hey, where's Will?
I don't know. He just disappeared. Probably had to pee. I mean, probably because we've been
Probably had to go
streaming.
Sometimes he has to go number 2 at this time of day.
Jordan Clearwater, 230 pounds.
Okay. That's in the range, isn't it?
I mean, it's 225.
He's just got to cut 5.5 pounds, and then he could run for it.
He could cut 5.5. So
that's a helping a dose of Epsom salt, maybe an X-Lax, and like you said, the sauna. He's in there. But then we got to look at the height. We got to look at the height limit.
Yeah. That's what's keeping Rush out.
Yep. Plus, their grooming specifications too.
Look at Bobby here with the news. I didn't even know about this. Homicide's apparently defending the NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship against Mike Verda at Outlaw Wrestling on April the 3rd. So
where's that at, Bobby?
Yeah, Bobby, you got to give us some more details on that. I didn't even know about that. So that's interesting.
Will
back. He found himself.
Hey.
I went to the bathroom and I came back and you're still talking. So I don't think I missed anything.
Noted.
Yeah.
Will, what do you think? Do you have any deep thoughts while you're in there?
No, not really. I was just decompressing for a minute and
Okay.
All right. We're talking about Jordan Clearwater potentially making a run at the junior heavyweight title. What say you?
You know, the man that showers gold. I mean, you just went to the bathroom, so
he'd have to drop a little bit.
This conversation just took a weird turn.
NWA After Dark.
Wow.
It is after 8 o'clock on the East
By
Coast.
the way, if anybody here got to listen to the actual, and by the way, people, NWA After Dark's a real thing. It's happening. Be prepared. If anybody listened to anything, let me tell you, you're not emotionally prepared for what you're going to see and hear. Spoiler.
Teaser.
Just a little teaser. So when it
Will,
happens,
you
you're
gotta
going
be
to be
the
like, I remember being told about this. I must watch.
I can't moderate this.
You got
And
to.
besides, we can't have NWA After Dark without Joe Galli involved in this. He is one of the catalysts for it, as is Velvet Sky. And if you're ever in a live audience at an NWA show with an earshot of the broadcast team when they're not on the air, you will know exactly what we mean when we say NWA After Dark.
Hey, I've been on it. Yep. I've been on it once.
Trying to say that Joe is TVMA. I don't believe it. Hey, everybody, this is Joe Galli here. Jolly Gee, Willikers. No, I don't believe it.
Now, I sat there at Extra Power with
the hell's Extra Power?
That was
how many shows do we got?
You would be amazed.
That was a few seasons ago.
Yeah, a few seasons ago. The main event was Odin Son and Nick Aldis, and I'm on there calling commentary with Joe Galli and Tim Storm. giving them hell, giving Tim Storm hell, man. We go off the air.
Yeah, but Tim's like a priest.
He did, but then he looks at me and he says, "You ever talk to me like that again, I will break your neck."
I don't believe it. Timothy, and he is a thug because how
he was just talking from one person in the education system to another person. That's all. That's just how they talk to you. Kids, if you have a teacher, that's how they interact with each other 24/7.
Timothy put me on the injured reserve for about a year, so he is absolutely a thug. But I've never heard him say anything worse than "gosh darn it."
I'll tell you what, Tim Storm, get ready because Matt Cardona talked a lot of trash this week on Power. One of the people he talked trash to was Tim Storm, and
put his hands on him.
That's that's
cost him ham.
That's bad policy. You don't talk trash about Tim Storm. Tim Storm's a big boy.
I did.
Well, and look what happened. Yeah, exactly. What happened to Mama's quote? Mama Storm.
What are you talking about?
That whole thing.
That Danny Deals is Mama Storm.
I was just messing around.
That was Gary's favorite time in the NWA.
It was my least favorite time in the NWA, and I was just disappointed because I thought it was going to be real Mama Storm, and it's obviously Danny Deals dressed as Mama Storm. I was more disappointed with the fact that somebody like Kyle Davis or Joe Galley would act like introducing now Mama Storm, and I'm like, you know that ain't Mama Storm.
I am paid to do things, and sometimes begrudgingly I have to do them for the money.
I don't think that was Kyle. I do
does
think
this
it was
conspiracy
Joseph.
go?
I believe it was Joseph.
Cream
casuals
everything around me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sick Wu-Tang
Love it.
reference, bro.
I love it. Love it, bro.
Yeah.
This guy.
Guys, we should get out of here.
Protect your neck, everybody. Come on.
Oh, man.
Anything else anybody's got to get in before we wrap this thing up? Go to National Wrestling
I just want to give
.com/shop.
I just want to
I
give
got all
props
kinds of stuff up there. I got the Crockett Cup bundle up there. I added some new pins. I added the Power Stack shirt that Candy sent to me, right, which is the ever popular Power Stack shirt. I put up the program. I even cut the price in half of it. It was 10, now it's 5. And the Crockett Cup bundle, again, it's under 10. I have under 10 remaining. And it's the T-shirt, which was 25, the program, which was 10, the pin, which was 10, and something else. Oh, the poster that was 30, the one that signed. All that.
What does it all that come together?
All that's for $40.
Is that the best way for me to get a Crockett Cup shirt? Because I was there and I didn't even get the Crockett Cup shirt.
Did you didn't get a Crockett Cup shirt? Because if you signed up for All Access, now those shirts too, I'm sending some of those out, but we have to print way more because, again, we're not fibbing. We really did do a whole lot and more than I thought we would. So I've got to reprint a bunch of them. I've got to reprint it probably at least 1,000.
So
because I'm going to run out of what stock I got.
Yeah.
And so after that, I'll send you a Crockett Cup pin, Gary, and then you can put it on the middle of your shirt and act like it's a, you know what I mean? And that's a good deal.
I didn't even get a shirt. Don't worry, guy. I'm going to send you a pin instead.
That's right.
Way to give half of what he wants.
Yeah. No, it'll be free. I'll just charge him shipping, and you can put it on the middle of his shirt. Just get a black shirt, put the pin in the middle. What are we talking?
Danny Deals
That's true. Will was about to have a great go-home statement, and Deals just was like, "Here, let me be a salesman."
Listen, this is what I've been. No, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back because this is what I've been saying all night.
Oh, sorry. We're fighting with it.
This is a conspiracy.
I'll stop.
This is a conspiracy. I'm seeing what you're saying now, Doc. This is a conspiracy. They don't want me to talk, man. I was going to be nice.
Will?
I want to hear
you say. I was going to give props.
Caps wants to hear.
I was going to give props to the 30 people who have hung with us this long because that's the true NWA fan.
I was too.
Because listen, I almost left twice. I did leave once, and then I was like, "No, I got to go back." It's the right thing to do. These are my bros.
You know what?
So,
I was going to help out. I'm going to quit so you guys can keep your viewers because I'm killing the show.
No. We're all going to quit. This is it. This is the end of the show. We've talked about.
No, I'm saying next. I promise I'll never be on again. I'm so sorry.
Will there be an extra small or measurements for the sizes? Sometimes the small ones are kind of big. Danny Deals, can you answer this hot question from the people?
I'm formulating a shirt right now. I had some gremlins mute my mic. I'm creating a shirt right now that's going to have extra smalls in it. so Nani can get one, and many others of our NWA viewing audience that ask for extra smalls and things of this nature.
I don't know if you've been around wrestling fandom, and I speak from experience. For myself, larger sizes are more prevalent.
They do, but we can't forget the people that are smaller sized. And also sometimes some of the ladies want a women's cut shirt, but they won't buy them online because they can't try them on. So you make them an extra small or small, and they're happy.
Gary, have you been looking at the list of T-shirt requests for the people that signed up? Because you have the answer right there. You know your audience.
Yep. That's part of my job, right? So.
I literally was taken aback. I was like, A, the amount of people that signed up, but B, I was like, oh, I don't know the people that exist in the world around me.
Yep. So gotta go large or go home.
Medium.
Jose needs an XL, but
too late, Jose.
Yeah, too late.
I almost got to make that into a thing. It's too late. The promotional time for the T-shirt was during March 20th to February 20th, and unfortunately, the time has passed now. But you can still buy the T-shirts whenever you want. NationalWrestlingAlliance.com/shop, and then you can subscribe anytime you want at Fight. It's the annual pass, $49.99. It's everything for the next year. Yeah, Crockett Cup came and went, but guess what? We still got plenty of things on the horizon. Be a part of that early. Jump on board.
It's true, and I mean this only means the NWA fam is growing. I'm sure with the success of an opportunity like this, then more to come. So get ready. There's just
more deals.
Jose. More deals. Jose's going to get one now. He says, "Look at that." Kyle says, "Sorry, Jose."
because he wrote in the chat, "Damn," when I did that, and I was like, "I feel bad now. I'm sorry." I'm sure you're a great
run
guy.
People off more than we already have.
Actually, we gained 4 people from you being mean.
It's true. Sometimes
One more.
That works too.
Let's try this. So Danny deals with his hair and his sunglasses and his insecurities. I'm trying to. Oh, I lost one person. Never mind. I was trying to see if I was super mean to you, if more people would join. Oh, we're back up +1.
No, you're going to lose people because the Dealyites love the deal machine.
He's still going to give you a deal, even if the people here don't respect him. Believe me. If anything, he's going to give you a better deal.
They love
the worse you are to him, because he's going to want your love. And so he's going to make those deals so you'll get them and just show them affection. I lost 4 people. Never mind. See, I was being nice. I lost 4 people.
Let's take a poll here.
We should start doing like you tune into the live stream, you can get a promo code for like some nice deal, and it lasts for 24 hours or something.
We might have to do that. See, the people love the deal machine, Kyle. Actually, we'll take a poll right here with all of us. Who do you think they like better, me or Candy? I think it's me.
I'm gonna say that I don't agree with that.
I think you're better for our teeth.
Yeah, that's true. Stupid. This is not getting better. This is. All right. Well, thanks for everybody for tuning in. Make sure you follow the NWAL social medias at NWA. Easy enough on all the things you see our @, except for Danny Deals there. You can find him at NWA merch. That's the best place to go if you want to get all the
That's
deals,
the Instagram
promos.
yes.
Yeah, on Instagram. Do you not have a Twitter with that too?
Not yet, but they
have we taught you nothing at this point?
I have a Twitter under my witness protection program name, Anthony Lucasio. It's at Anthony Lucasio. So I have that Twitter.
You know they're going to find you now.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. I'll cut him a deal on some Crockett Cup shirts, and they'll be all right.
Bobby wants more Jamie Stanley. We discussed with Jamie Stanley that he needs to just come on for a whole episode sometime. Although he would probably have very little time for
nerds.
He would be very disappointed. And about an hour ago would have been
Which one of us do you guys think Jamie Stanley would like the most?
Me.
No hesitation. Went right to it.
Everybody loves
I legitimately, looking at this motley crew, cannot tell you. Like I
think Doc.
Probably me, because I'm the Presbyterian and Jamie Stanley is very open about his faith and this and that. So I think he'd probably like me the most.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's a good man, and the rest of us are heathens. Who knows?
Kyle looks like he goes to the gym. Jamie Stanley appreciates people that are in the gym.
What are you trying to say? Will looks like he goes to a satanic cult or
No, he'd be upset that I don't have hair. Will looks badass. Look at Will. He's cool. He's got a full beard. He's got skills. He's got talents. He's got Cactus Jack shirt on. Bang, bang. He's doing great.
Purple background.
Yeah, dude. I'm cool as hell.
He is.
I like this. It's all good, Kyle. Just remember me. You'll see me at the taping someday.
I don't know if that's a threat.
That's ominous.
Jose, I will attempt to just say, "Hey, I'm Jose," and I'll be like, "From the show."
He loosened it up there. I have a sign. I'm have a sign stating
That I'll remember because I got to be honest with you. On show days, there's a lot going on.
Well, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you seriously to all you people in the chat who stuck with us this whole time. We love all of you. The NWA loves you. Tune in to Power tomorrow night. If you haven't already signed up for All Access, what are you waiting for? $49.99 gets you an annual subscription that gets you all the pay-per-views included and first run of NWA Power on Tuesday nights at 6:05. That's where I'll be. That's where these guys will be. So you should be there too. It'll be great. We'll have a good time. And don't forget about NWA Power or on Fridays if you're not an All Access subscriber. NWA USA on Saturdays at noon on both Fight and YouTube. And then we're here on Mondays at 6:30-ish. And ish.
Real talk. Did this show used to take 2 hours?
No.
I believe this part of the screen is responsible for it.
Since there's a lot, there's a lot more. I was going to keep it nice and just say there's a lot more going on now.
On behalf of Danny Deals and myself, thank you to all the wrestling fans that follow us. The NWA is a fantastic place because of you, the fans, and we are sorry that we are who we are. But at the same time, apparently 42 of you can tolerate us, so thank you very much.
There we go. And Caps with the right sentiment there. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And until next time, you all